My name is Paulo, and this video is about the third day of our Camino de Santiago pilgrimage by bike. Before we get started, you should know that the time-lapse pictures for this day started about 2 kilometers away from Puente La Reina, where we stopped the day before. I thought I had turned the camera on as I left the hostel, but it turned out I didn't. Unfortunately, the day didn't start with a time-lapse, but with a memory lapse, I'm afraid. We've done this stage of 63.67 kilometers from Puente La Reina to Viana in 8 hours and 11 minutes, of which 4 hours and 55 minutes were of moving time. As we were getting our bikes ready to leave the hostel, we met Paula from Brazil. Paula was also cycling the Camino, but having started from the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, she was already on the road for much longer than we were at that point. We met Paula along the way several times this day, and thereafter all the way to Santiago. As we arrived in Estella and crossed the river Ega, we decided to enter this historic town for a quick look around. A few moments later, Paula arrived also, and we took a few pictures together. Not long after leaving Estella, we arrived at another known pilgrim landmark on the Camino, the winery known as Bodegas Irache, with its famous wine fountain. It lies right beside the Irache Monastery, which is also a Camino landmark, and served as a hospital for pilgrims for many years. Although it's called a fountain, wine does not flow continuously. Like in a modern water fountain, you have to press a button for the red wine to flow. Wine comes out at natural temperature. It wasn't really to my taste. After Irache, I was keen to experience the same path as the walker pilgrims do, so I decided to take the walker's path, and Fernando continued on the road. We agreed to meet in Los Arcos later that day. most challenging ride of that day. Please read the blog post for more information about this path, and make sure that if you also want to take the walker's path with your bike, you understand the consequences. When I arrived in Los Arcos, Fernando and Paula were already there for some time. Given my breakfast in the morning was poor, I was starving, and the paella at the little restaurant they were seated at was simply irresistible. We spent almost an hour there. We ate, we talked, drank lots of juice and had ice creams. A truly enjoyable moment in the company of an old and a new friend. We arrived in Viana just before 5 in the afternoon, and the intention was initially just to get our pilgrim credentials stamped. The tourist information office was closed until 5:30 p.m. though, so we decided to stay there for the night. Well, that's it. This is the third day of the pilgrimage, but the fourth video that I produced. I intend to produce one video for each day of the pilgrimage, so if you're interested, please subscribe to my channel or register as a user in my blog. Thanks for watching.